looking daddy. Couldn't tell him nothing cause we lost him already. Cozy boy with his spaghetti. With the money and fame, the price come heavy. The price come heavy. Like Shaq attack.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This is Howard on second down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
1st down, Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, a 22. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
First down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Dak finding the former Jag Hearns for the Dallas first down. Now Elliott. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
There you go. 47. 26.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal.
Hey, you got 3, 3 down. Switch. Here we go, 46.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, but it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, What do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
And his kick here is good. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Chicago getting set to get the ball here again. Looking back to their Thanksgiving victory over Detroit. Look, they're leading the NFC North. They won this one 23-16. And how about the 32-year-old Chase Daniel? He was really good.
He certainly was. 27 of 37, 230 pass yards, 2 touchdowns. One to Taquan Mizell in the second quarter for 10 yards. How about that 14-yard pass to Tariq Cohen in the 4th? And you notice his touchdown celebration. I'm tired and I need a nap. They got it done in a big way. But one of the reasons Chase Daniel's so valuable to them is he prepares like he's going to start, understands his role, and can play well with limited practice time. All they had were walkthroughs because of the short turnaround from their previous game from Thursday.
Yeah, just his 3rd career start, first in almost 4 years. He did his thing. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Let's go, let's go.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Trubisky with a give to Howard. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, after those plays, the offense coordinator has to feel like he has balance in his favor. Threw it, then ran it, both for nice chunks of yardage. Now he feels like he's got things going in his direction, but the defensive coordinator, his guys are off balance a little bit. How does he set up, and what does he plan for in the next play? Is there a tendency there he can lock in on and maybe set his defensive call?
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Dancing to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now Trubisky on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. David Irving busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Able to find Shaheen here. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He dropped it. couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And here's Lewis. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Hey. There we go. All right, hey. There you go. Gun.
Prescott from the gun. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Jeff Swaim, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. With that incompletion, let's look forward to the rest of the NFL season. You know, a lot of people say the season doesn't really get exciting till after Thanksgiving. Well, what are you looking forward to in the month of December?
I do like that expression because each sport has its own, doesn't it? Teams that are in first place July 4th in baseball, that's who's going to win the division, right? That's one of the old adages. We go on and on, but for me, this is what I'm going to look forward to. The NFC East could be a 3-team race. How about the revival of the Chicago Bears? And last but not least, the AFC West is controlled by Kansas City, but the sleeper team, the Los Angeles Chargers. Keep an eye on them.
Yeah, they're knocking on the door with just 3 losses. KC with 2. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Gun. Here we go, 46. Gun. 26.
Prescott to throw it. And that's caught by Beasley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Dallas 1st down. Prescott hooking up with Beasley.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Gun. Here we go. Wide in. Here we go. Get that. Let's go. Get out. Here we go. 46.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
47. Here we go. Get that. Let's go. Get out. Get out.
Prescott on first down. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
46. Good. Switch and 8. 26.
To the air again, Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A first down throw for Prescott. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go, 46. Under. Gun. 26.
And again, it's Prescott. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And they'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Here we go, 46. 41's the will. Gun. Move.
Now Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. They give him a gain of 38. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
You got 4. Switch and 8. Hey, switch.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Completes it to Hearns. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant, A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Now Prescott, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This one from 35 yards away. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Space to maneuver at the 40. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. He will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
1st down, Prescott. This is caught by Hearns. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Prescott now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Prescott now from the 50. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 2nd down.
Switch and 8. Check. 46. 26.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And it's third down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go. 4-8.
They'll throw again. Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Trubisky. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
18.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18.
46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. With that incompletion, need to pass along the note about the Madden Classic, where you can watch some of the best Madden players battle it out for their share of $165,000. It's live on Twitch, Charles. Starts 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific, December 6th through the 8th. I know you'll be tuned in.
Thank you for letting me know the time and the dates. I'm going to mark that down. I will be ready to go because they go at it now. I mean, those battles, those are pretty strong. And I love the imagination that you see in how they play. Because they don't think like conventional football. They know how to take advantage of any weaknesses of their opponent. And the best part, $165,000 on the line. You and I better hone up our game.
Yeah, some people looking for some early holiday gifts there in the Madden Classic. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Gun. Switch, hey.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Gun. Here we go. 188. 26.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing just about on his own goal line. This is fielded at the 27. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And his pass incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him for a loss of 5.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Here's Trubisky to throw. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Prescott from the gun. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down he'll go at the 25. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go.
Back now in Arlington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Here we go. 46. Here we go. Wide 8. Here we go. Get that. Let's go. Get out. Get out. Go. 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 Get out there. Get out there. Here we go. 46. 26.
Prescott on first down. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a second down. To the air again, Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Here we go. 46. 26.
Throwing. Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in the game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that cat?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go. 47. 26.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
Here we go.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
On second down, Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Everybody, go ahead, move. Ready, take.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more.
Everybody, go ahead, here you go.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first. Back to throw. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
This is where hustle and urgency come into play. I think you've got to get up there and spike it.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Randy Gregory in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Brandon, you got to have some urgency here. You got to get the guys back to the line of scrimmage, but the problem is all 30 yards downfield after that play.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation.
What would happen?
Sign off and say so long from Arlington.